What up, y'all? It's your boy Big C back here with another video. Today we're going to be talking about the OKC Thunder and Sam Presti's insane first-round pick haul over the past year. In 2 off seasons, Sam Presti has been able to transform the OKC Thunder from Dame time to draft night. After their loss to the Portland Trail Blazers in 5 games in the first round of the 2019 Western Conference NBA playoffs, they decided it was time for a change. Paul George officially requested a trade to the Los Angeles Clippers, and they traded him to the Clippers for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Danilo Gallinari, 4 unprotected first-round picks, 1 protected first-round pick, and 2 pick swaps. This trade allowed the Clippers to be finals contenders last season, even though they didn't make it past the second round of the NBA playoffs. At the time, it seemed like the Clippers may have won this trade, but as we have seen over time, the Thunder very obviously have won this trade. After this trade, the Thunder decided it was time for a full-on rebuild and decided it was time to trade their 2017 MVP, Russell Westbrook. They traded him to go play with James Harden and the Houston Rockets for Chris Paul, who seemed to be the worst contract in the NBA at the time, 2 unprotected first-round picks, and 2 pick swaps. Russell Westbrook and James Harden, although they had a decent regular season without a center on the roster besides Tyson Chandler, they were very disappointing in the playoffs, and both of them had very questionable performances. The Thunder very obviously won this trade too. They decided that it would be time for one more trade this offseason and traded their power forward of the future, Jeremy Grant, for a 2020 Nuggets first-round pick, which ended up being pick 25. 1 year later, after the Thunder have just become the most surprising team in the NBA, going 44-28 before the bubble, led by a resurgence of Chris Paul's career, a breakout season by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and a 6th Man of the Year finalist season of Dennis Schroeder, they decided it'd be time to fully commit to the rebuild and gather even more first-round picks. This offseason, they started off by trading Chris Paul for Kelly Oubre, Ricky Rubio, Ty Jerome, Jalen LaQual, and a 2022 protected first-round pick from the Phoenix Suns. After this trade, they decided it was finally time to trade their 6th Man of the Year finalist, Dennis Schroeder, for Danny Green and pick 28 from the Los Angeles Lakers. They decided to get 2 more first-round picks this offseason by acquiring a 2023 protected first-round pick and the 4-team trade for Drew Holiday by giving up Steven Adams. The final trade that they decided they were going to make this offseason was a trade for 1 more first-round pick from the Philadelphia 76ers by trading Danny Green, Terrence Ferguson for Al Horford, and a 2025 protected first-round pick along with a 2020 second-round pick. On draft night, they decided they were finally going to make some moves to build for the future and traded Ricky Rubio, pick 25, pick 28, for pick 17, which ended up being Aleksej Pokusevski, the sharpshooting power forward out of Greece. Sam Presti and the OKC Thunder committed to the full-on rebuild and have gathered over 15 first-round picks in the past 15 months. Sam Presti's rebuild has been nothing short of spectacular, and we can expect a large season from the OKC Thunder this year. Although it might not amount to many wins from the OKC Thunder this year, we can expect an insane season from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Although it seems like their roster may be completely decomposed, it is not out of the possibility that they could gather more first-round picks this season. Although it seems like the only untouchable person on their team at the moment seems to be Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, they still have players like George Hill, Al Horford, and young players like Hamid Diallo that they could trade for future draft considerations from other teams. These players can go and contribute to teams instantly, and the OKC Thunder can continue to tank and rebuild and get a great pick in this year's draft. Sam Presti has solidified himself as one of the best GMs in basketball over the past year. The amount of draft picks that he has gathered from the amount of talent that he has on his team has been unbelievable. And if you want any team wants to rebuild, Sam Presti is the ideal GM to have at the moment. The OKC Thunder may not win for a while, but they are set up wonderfully for the future. This is your boy Big C, and I'll see you next time.